Hey everybody, we are live. Tonight we are doing a special live stream for do a little fundraiser for Bonnie's daughter. She's in need. I will let Bonnie explain that. I also have Steeg's in here. Welcome, Steeg. Star Wars Dad is also in here. Welcome, guys. Bonnie, I will let you have the floor to explain what's going on.
Okay, the situation is my oldest daughter, the one that we helped when she lost her baby boy at 4 months with the miscarriage. She, she is now in a situation where she cannot find work. She has been looking for work, and she lives in Elmira, New York, so it's very hard to find work there. And her boyfriend that she's with now, he lost his job. So they are like 2 months behind on their rent. And for every day that they don't pay their rent, their landlord charges $5. So if they don't come up with $1,500 by January 1st, they're going to be thrown out onto the street. And if that happens, her ex-husband, my ex-son-in-law, will take her back to court and take her daughters away from her. So I told her when she started her GoFundMe and gave me her PayPal information, I would do everything I could to try to help her to prevent losing her daughters. And if anybody that is listening to this lives anywhere near Elmira, New York, that knows the people that are hiring, please contact me so I can let her know, because she is desperately looking for work right now.
Okay. Still waiting for some people to get in here. We've got 3 people in here right now.
Okay, and I can repeat this when more people get in here.
Yeah, yeah. So,
but for those that are in here now, I'll kind of give you a rundown on the situation she's in. She lost her job after, like a week after she lost her son Bradley, and my ex-son-in-law, when they were together, the reason they split up is because when she was sleeping, he went into the room and started choking her and accusing her of cheating on him with the guy she was working with. Then he left because she told him he had to leave. He left for 6 months and went out of state. She was paying all his bills. And then when she told him she wasn't going to do it anymore, he decided to come back. The whole time he was back in New York, he spent 2 times with her oldest daughter, Lily, his daughter. And she also told him that she was pregnant with his child. He told her she was a liar, that it belonged to somebody else. A year after Sammy was born, he got back with his ex-girlfriend. And she decided after losing her kids to DSS that she wanted his 2 daughters. So they went into court for custody. The judge gave them joint custody, plus did a paternity test, and he found out Samantha was his. But the whole year Minnie had been telling him Samantha was his, he completely and totally ignored her like she did not exist. He does not pay child support because he went into court and told the judge he couldn't afford child support because he was not working. So she is a single mom, basically dealing with everything on her own with no help from the father. And it's tough. I know because I've been in her shoes, but she's trying. Even though it's hard on her, she is trying. I want to bring her back here, but I can't because, like I said, they have joint custody and it has to go through the court system in order for her to bring the kids here. The judge has to sign off on it. So it's a bad situation for her. And where she's at right now, we do have family, but none of them seem to want to be a support system for her. So she's basically on her own there.
That's a bad situation.
Yeah, it is. When she called me the day of Bradley's funeral and told me nobody from our family showed up to support her, I was really pissed. And I had words for every one of them. They didn't like it, but that's too bad.
What the hell? Someone's already given a thumbs down?
Really?
I'm not surprised. I am not surprised.
I didn't see that yet.
That does not surprise me one bit.
No, me either.
We always have to have the thumbs down. That's the way the trolls run.
That's
It
bullshit.
happens.
It's bullshit, though.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm a firm believer. People like that, when you're doing out here doing something good, trying to do something good for somebody, and people who do that, karma will bite them in the ass in the end, in some way or form. Something will happen to them, and I hope they remember when they came back and were so petty that they, give a fundraising thing to help somebody else. Thumbs down. Just remember that.
Yeah.
It makes a circle, and it comes back and bites you right in the ass, and justly so.
Yeah.
Thank you, James. That was very sweet. He says, my thoughts and prayers go out to your daughter.
Yeah.
As we all do.
Yeah.
That poor child has had it so bad. There are things I'm not going to put out there for everybody, but certain ones of you I will tell later. But there are things that poor child has been through in her life, and there's been a brick wall between me and her for a long time, and we have finally got past that brick wall and started rebuilding our relationship. And I try to help her whenever I can, but I also let her do what she has to do because she's grown up now. She's a mom, and I don't want her to feel like I'm trying to run her life. But in a situation like this, as a mother, I kind of feel like I'm helpless because I want to help her, but I don't know what to do for her because I can't go up there and make the judge let her bring the kids here. I can't make her ex let her bring the kids here. So this is all kind of something she has to do on her own. But I feel helpless because as a mom, I want to protect her and I want to protect my grandbabies. But I know I have to let her do this. John and I talked about it earlier. There is a time when you just have to let go and know you raised them right and know they know what to do. And I know she does. It's just
somebody's got their vibrator on.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's the link to the Hangouts.
Oh, I thought it was somebody trying to tickle Star Wars Dad's pickle.
No. It's this. I don't know what this thing keeps doing. Maybe that'll fix it. I hope. I don't know. I keep shutting it off, but it keeps coming back on. I put it on silent. Let's see if that works. Maybe, hopefully. I put it
on. Please share the show. Give it a thumbs up if possible. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you want to share it on. Let's get the word out there. And Bonnie, post the links again. So everybody has the links
that right now.
Too.
I am doing
James,
it right
what's
now.
going on? Miho.
Yeah, I would gladly give your daughter a thumbs up, for work if I could with her going to Verizon. But we have, with all carriers, we've got gag orders put on us. We cannot recommend one carrier over another carrier, or we can't recommend people to a carrier, anything like that. It's just part of the business that we're in.
Yeah, that's fine. But for some reason, I kept thinking you were working for Verizon. That's why I said, well, maybe if there's a Verizon there, Dawn could give her a thumbs up. But then when you said no, I was like, oh, damn, wrong company.
Yeah. And unfortunately, like with Samsung, she couldn't work for Samsung. She doesn't have a degree.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know the town. I don't know how big it is, and I don't know what they have there. But
I don't. The best way to explain Elmira is probably the size. Okay, have any of you ever been to Charleston, South Carolina, by any chance, or know of it?
Yes.
Well, Elmira is about the size of Charleston.
So it's decent size.
It's a decent sized town. The problem is that she doesn't have a license. She walks everywhere, but she's not afraid to walk. I mean, she walked an hour to and from work before she lost her job. So she will get up and she will walk to work. She was always there on time. She always came home, and everything. But she walked at night. And Elmira is a dangerous town to be walking in by yourself as a female at night, but she did it. And if they called her in for a second shift, she'd turn around and walk right back over there to go to work for the second shift. So
Now, you say she has no license, but does she
no,
have any form of identification?
yeah, she has an ID. She has an ID.
Okay, okay,
But in New York, the situation with getting your license is a lot different than here because you pay like $150 up front. And if you fail the test twice on the road test, you have to start all over again and pay another $150 to do it all over.
oh
And
wow,
she can't afford to do that.
right,
So, and when her and her ex split up, he took the car and she asks him for a ride. He won't even help with the ride. He won't even help with Lily's school stuff. When she said, Lily needs this stuff for school, he's like, well, how am I supposed to get it? And I'm
right.
like, dude, you are a father. You say you want that responsibility. Step up and take it.
Well, she can. I'll say this much: she can use me as a reference as far as like, um, person that she knows as far as a retired army officer. She can use
Okay.
me that way
Okay.
because that pulls a lot of weight. But I can't give her any reference from the work that I do now.
Okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. It's just, like I said, but if anybody is in near or around the Elmira area that know places that are hiring, please contact me. You can contact me here. You can contact me on Twitter, on Facebook, email. It doesn't matter. Let me know so I can get the information to her to help her out. And I even went as far as going to Facebook and starting a fundraiser. The money's going to go in at my dad's account that he does not use right now. Um, and start putting money aside because if she can get the judge to allow her to leave New York, we're going to pay for the trip to go get her and bring her down here
Yeah,
because
she's just north of the
she needs
Pennsylvania
the help.
border.
Yeah, she needs help because she can't get any help where she's at. None of the family will help her there. None of the friends. The only support system she has is her boyfriend Jeremy and his mom and stepdad. That is it. There is no other support system for that girl. So she's struggling. And the bad thing about it is we begged him not to take her up there. And he did it because he did not like the fact he could not hit her in front of my parents. And he wanted her away so he could control her. So, yeah, it's a bad situation. Very bad.
Hmm.
And Jeremy, he tries to take care of them, but Jeremy has issues because he has a record. And it's not that he intended for it to happen. He had cancer and he had to have surgery. He had cancer of the um, testicle, and he had to have one removed. And he was in a lot of pain. So his mom gave him one of her prescription medications. And when they got pulled over, it was in the vehicle on him. So he went to jail for it because it was a felony to be taking somebody else's medication.
Right.
So because of that, he's having trouble finding work because nobody's listening to the situation. They're just automatically assuming he's a drug abuser because of that, and that's not the case.
How old is it?
He just recently, I think he got out of jail like 3 years ago because he's got he gets off probation in January.
Okay, so he's still on
So
probation.
yeah,
Okay,
he gets out off probation in January. That's why we told her after the first of the year, if she can get permission from the judge to leave, we'll bring him down because we're not going to break that for him because we don't want him to go to jail for leaving state. And he will come with her. So, but
gotcha.
it's a new situation, so it's still fresh on the record. So
I gotcha. Because most times, most background checks go back 7 years
yep,
after your sentence is completed. But with him
yep,
still being on probation,
it's still right there, fresh.
yeah,
Yep, which makes it a little bit more difficult. But like here, if we can get them here, Preston could actually talk to them at work and they listen to him and he could explain the situation and they very well may hire him. Even if it's just part time with the chance of going to full time later. And then my sister in law, she works at a nursing home, which was what Minnie did before she lost the baby. And they're both places she's working at is hiring, and she could get in with them. And I could watch the kids for her to get them on their feet. So she has the support system here and people that can help her. Up there, she doesn't have that. So it just makes it more frustrating.
right.
But like I said, my main goal is to keep her from losing the house at this moment while she's looking for work, because I don't want my ex-son-in-law to get the kids. One of the reasons she lost the baby, the doctor said, was due to stress, because he continually keeps threatening to take her back into court to get full custody. And he keeps calling DSS to try to get them to find something to take the kids, which it's unfounded every time, but that doesn't stop it. And Lily came home the other day and told her mom that she doesn't like going to daddy's because at night when she goes to bed, daddy locks them in the bedroom.
Right.
This little girl is 4 years old. She should not be locked in a bedroom. I don't care. His excuse is because the cat opens the door. That's not a good enough excuse for me. And Sammy's only a year old and she sleeps in the room with Lily and is being locked in a bedroom. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Well, the thing is, too, is that's a fire hazard.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
All right. I'm going to say this much, and I'm going to say this for anyone that's new to the channel that might be watching this for the very, very first time, because we've got a loyal group of us that follow each other. And, you know, I want to speak to everyone that might be new. Welcome to Ron Navy's channel. There's quite a few of us that are a family. You've got Bonnie here. You've got me, John, the Star Wars dad. You have Stephanie. You have Styx. You've got Let's Talk Star Wars with Mike over there. And then, of course, you have our leader. You know, everybody knows our leader, Craig, from Reviews for You. Tonight, you know, we're trying to raise a little bit of money for Bonnie's daughter, you know, to help her. And if you're brand new to this channel and you're watching this, I'm asking you, this is the Christmas season. You know, you don't have to dig really deep, but dig a little bit. You know, we're trying to keep a family inside their house. So, you know, if you can spare a dollar or two goes a long way when other people are adding just a dollar to themselves. So if you can, please do give, because like I said, we are definitely just trying to keep a mother and her children with a roof over their head right now.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Like I said, this, as a mom, feeling helpless is the worst thing in the world. And right now she's just fighting to keep her kids. As long as she has a place to live, she'll keep them. But if not, she's going to lose her girls, and that's going to destroy her. She's already lost one baby to a miscarriage. She doesn't need to lose 2 more kids. That would send her over the deep end. And I don't know what she would do.
I look at it this way, you know, for everybody out there that are parents, and you do have a daughter, or per se, you have a son. And if you're a good parent, you love that child with every last ounce of your being. It doesn't matter if they're a good kid or a bad kid. It doesn't matter. They're your child. And you want the very, very, very best for your child, whatever that might be. And tonight, Bonnie's asking for help for her daughter, guys. And it's a worthwhile effort, because it's not for monetary gain. It's not for anything selfish. This is just to be able to keep a roof over her daughter's head with her children. That's it. I mean, I can't think of a more worthwhile charity to be able to give to, except for when we were given for Craig, guys. You know, come on, guys, just whatever you can give, you know, just put out there so that we can, you know, keep another mother safe. That's the biggest thing. We need to keep a mother safe tonight.
And also, like I said before, if anybody lives in or around the Elmira area that knows the places that are hiring, get in touch with me. Let me know so I can get in touch with her and tell her where to go, because she is searching for work. She's not afraid to work. She will work, and she's a hard worker. So yeah, she really needs that if anybody can help. And I just posted my email. You can reach me there. You can reach me here on Twitter, on Facebook. Just send me a message and I'll make sure she gets the information, because she, like I said, she just needs any help we can give her right now. Work would be a big help, along with any donations we can get to keep her in her home. That way she can continue to stay in her home with a job, because everybody knows we have to have a job to stay in a place.
All right, it got quiet. It
Yeah,
got
it
real quiet.
did. Yeah, it did get quiet.
I think
Oh,
Ron's over there having too much fun with Luke's hand right now. So,
yeah, he said he'd be back. So
yeah, he had to make a special trip to the bathroom with Luke's hand. Judy's probably
yeah,
wondering what the hell is going on right now.
I think he did. And
And
also, she just wanted people to know she's not just doing this for herself. In her GoFundMe, she posted a picture of her two little girls, so people can see this is not just for her, this is for her girls. That's who she's doing it for. She wanted everybody to know that. She said if it was just herself she wouldn't care, but this is for those two little girls. So she posted pictures of my two granddaughters in the GoFundMe so people can see that that's what it's for. It's because she loves those little girls and she doesn't want to lose them. They're her heart. And I do want to thank Zoogie, because I know he donated, Ron for donating. I donated what I could this week. Next week, I will send her some more money to go toward what she needs. Um, the situation up there is so much different than here, because the landlord, first of all, is being a real jerk. And second of all, the fact that he charges her $5 a day that her rent is not paid on time leaves her in a situation where she is now needing 1,500 to stay in her apartment. And the apartment's not even worth that much, but it's the only place she could go. So I just want to do what I can to help her.
and anybody up there, in the New York area, um, if you can lend a heading help, excuse me, lend a helping hand. I'm a little tongue tied tonight. Sorry, guys.
It's that
But
pickle.
yeah, I need tickle for my pickle.
Ron
But
has an extra hand though. It's Luke's, but still.
yeah. But if anybody is up there, it doesn't sound like what the landlord's actually doing is legal. And um, if you know anybody that is like a New York attorney or something, please contact Bonnie, because that sounds really illegal what the landlord's actually doing. But you know, we've got family here, and we're trying to take care of family, and that's what this boils down to. Each and every last one of us that love on each other here. We are just a big united family. And that's important in today's time, because people are spitting on each other, and the world is very, very turbulent, and it's being turned upside down. You know, 20 years ago, I would have never thought to see, myself called a racist or misogynist or a Nazi, and every day, I'm being attacked, being called names for being a white man. Well, this family doesn't put up with that, and we take care of each other. And like I said, if you're new to the channel, check out Ron's channel, some of his live streams. Look at Bonnie's, look at Stephanie's, look at mine. The Star Wars Dad. Look at Reviews for You. You will see that we take care of each other, and that's what we do. So with my good name on the line, and I'm going to even say it, I'm going to put Ron Navy's name on the line on this show. We are good people, and we're just asking you to help. Please, just help keep a mother, in her place. And, you know, if you can, you know, let's try to find this girl some work.
Yeah, Stephanie, I want to shout out to you because you did a video for my daughter, James Clark. Same for you. You did a video. I want to shout out to you. This is what our family does. We come together, we help each other whenever we can. We helped John when he went through the hurricane. We helped Craig through his with a fundraiser for paying for his medical bills for his cancer. And now we're doing this for my daughter. And before that, my daughter also had a situation where she had a miscarriage at 4 months and lost her son, Bradley. We came together to help her be able to bury her son. So that's what we do. We help each other. We help others that need help. And right now, that's what we're doing this is to help her because she's in a bad situation. She's had a really bad year. And like I was telling Dave earlier on the phone, my Christmas wish for every one of us is that we have a good year next year. We've had enough bad. It's time for some good because that's what we need. We need some good.
Yeah, we definitely need some good. And James, just copy your link on your video. Go to your video, copy it, and then bring it over here and paste it. And Steph, you can do the same. If Steph is still on here, she can let me know. If you can't post it, I will make sure that you got moderator so you can post it. And yeah, people, it's time for I know with GoFundMe it's a minimum of $5. PayPal you can give pretty much any amount that you want. So even $1 there or wherever, but I know it's a minimum of $5 for GoFundMe. And let's make a difference. I know where Elmira is. I'm from the northwestern part of Pennsylvania, so the New York border is just like 13 miles north. We got Jamestown, but if you go all the way east, about the same thing as Elmira is about 13 miles or so above the Pennsylvania state line there. It's not far from Corning, New York. There's not a whole bunch around there, a lot of small towns and stuff like that.
Yeah, that area is mostly farming area.
I do know if she were to go east toward Bradford, the Olean area, toward Bradford, Pennsylvania, just you got Olean right up there, and St. Bonaventure, New York. There's Zippo lighter company over there that make all the Zippos.
Yeah.
Maybe she could get a job there, but she'd have to be willing to move over to that area.
She does not have a problem with moving for work. That's not her issue. Like I said,
tell her to look into the Zippo. Seeing if she can do there, and they're a really good group of people.
Yes, they are.
My dad, he used to when he was alive, he was an instructor for the Dale Carnegie course, and Zippo put a lot of their workers through the Dale Carnegie course, which is a human relation public speaking course. And it's a very, very well-run company. And they treat their people great, and see if maybe she can look into getting a job there.
Okay. Like I said, she walked an hour to and from work every day after working 8 hours every day. And then sometimes we'll turn around and walk back and do a second shift. So moving for work is not a problem for her, and traveling by foot is not a problem for her. She also tries to catch a bus. She'll pay for a taxi. However, she's got to get to work. She will find a way to get to work if she can find the job. That's where she's at right now, is trying to find the job. So yeah, she would definitely move to go to work. The problem is though, is right now she has to stay around the New York area because of my ex-son-in-law, because if she tries to cross the border, even to Pennsylvania with the girls, he would take her back to court to try to take full custody of the girls for her leaving state with them having joint custody. So she has to be careful what she does in that aspect. Unless she can get the judge to agree to let her leave. That's the only way she can get out of state, to get a job out of state.
Well, she can get, I mean, Zippo's in Pennsylvania, but she can get a job and still live in New York at Zippo because it's right there on the line.
Right.
It's right there in Bradford. So.
Right.
That's just one idea. I don't know what her skill set is or anything, but
she's very smart. And she is going to night school to get her GED. So I mean, she is trying. I mean, she did quit school in 12th grade. Unfortunately, she followed my footsteps in that aspect, but she is going back to school for her GED, and she's also trying to take culinary classes as well. So she's very smart. It's just a really bad situation for her to be in right now. And, you know, she's trying to correct it as quickly as possible. But in her area, finding work is not an easy thing to do. But yeah, she would be willing to move closer to the Pennsylvania border just so she can go to work. She would do that.
All right. Yeah, it's further west, and but it's about the same distance.
Right.
From the border.
Yum, 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 cake.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because I used to live in Lawrenceville, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. And I used to walk up the road from Lawrenceville, and I would put one foot and I was in Pennsylvania and one foot I was in New York.
Yeah.
And I used to joke about it all the time. I'd be like, I'm in 2 states at one time. And people were like, what are you talking about? I said, New York, Pennsylvania. They just laugh at me. Be like, hey, that's the truth, though. You're on the border. You put one foot one place, one foot the other, and you're in 2 states at once.
It's really windy and rainy here right now. I'm just hoping like all my displays don't go flying away tonight.
Yes, the same here. We have a winter advisory here until 12 o'clock Monday afternoon.
What were you doing, John, there in the background? I heard like a yum, 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 yum.
Oh, I thought I muted my mic. I just got finished cooking a cake.
Oh, so you were in the bathroom again. Oh, now we know what you were doing.
Yeah, I thought I muted my mic. I'm sitting here. I just got finished cooking a cake and took it out.
Oh.
Yeah. All we heard was yum, 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 yum.
The guy really likes his cake.
Yes, he does.
Hey, anybody that didn't check it out, me and Stig did a Yoda Ask earlier.
Yes, Yoda can't spell, and people say I can't spell. Holy crap.
Yeah, I did spell.
Oh, yeah, your idea of Kit Kat. Yeah, I love how that spelling went.
No, that was there. I was spelling his. Say what it is, Stig.
It's called Quick Lunch. It's a chocolate. But the thing is, I couldn't make it out because we pronounce the letters differently. So when someone spells long words to me in English, I have to translate each letter as they go along. And you know, that makes things confusing, which was really evident at the end of that episode. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I thought he was making up words.
Yeah, as I was ending that, Stig, I guess he was saying no, and the only thing that got on there was nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yoda can't spell, and Yoda confuses his guests because Stig is not Craig from Reviews for You.
I didn't say it was Craig from Reviews for You.
Yes, we need to have a Yoda spelling bee.
Don't put me on it because I'll fail it. I'll be the first to go.
Yeah, I kind of got it got a little bit difficult for me because I'm still getting over. So it was hard to with the voice and stuff. It was hard on me a little bit tonight, but now the wife's in bed. She's saying I gave her back. First she was sick, then I was sick. Now she's saying I gave it back to her. So.
Oh shoot! So, I'm excited because Frosty the Snowman is on.
Oh boy!
Yeah,
that's and probably
he's looking. Well, he's looking for tickle for his pickle too. So.
Yeah. Well, your pickle. I mean, we're down to 4 viewers now, so we don't got that many. We're losing viewers. We're up to 7 at one point.
Yeah, I know. We're down to 4.
We're down to
Which is not a
4.
big deal because people will send this out. And I also did a video as well on my channel to get out there what she needs help with. And I kind of explained in the video the situation she's in with losing the girls, and that, you know, her ex is a jerk. He will do anything he can to make the girl he's with happy, including take his daughters from their mother, who they have a unbreakable bond with. They are mommy's girls. Most of the time you hear daddy's girls, but these two are mommy's girls. During the time when she lost her baby, when he called DSS in, the DSS worker was there the day that their dad came to pick them up, and they literally held their mom screaming and crying. They did not want to go. The DSS worker had to help her pry them off from her to give them to their dad. But yet he wants to go to court and take full custody away from her. And it's not a good situation. Every time they come home from his house, they have little bites on them that look like bed bug bites. They end up with head lice every time they go over there. He does not take care of them properly at all. So it's a bad situation all around. And he always tells them, you don't have to listen to mommy. You do what I say, not what mommy says. So he just makes things worse. He really does. And the worst part is, John, like I was telling you earlier, he had 3 opportunities to sign the birth certificates for both his daughters and refuses to sign the birth certificates. But yet he claims he's their dad and he wants the responsibility of being a dad.
I'll tell you this much. Nothing gets in the way of my son and I. I will drop everything in the world, for my son, and that's what parents do, though.
Yeah, that's how I am with my girls and my boy. I'm the same way. And here's the thing, Preston may be their stepdad as far as everyone in the world is concerned, but those kids will go to him before they will go to their biological father. You guys know the situation with that, but
Yeah.
still, he treats them like they're his biological children. If they call and say, I need to talk to dad, he drops everything, video game, whatever, and gets on the phone with those kids. But that's what a dad does. That's what a mom does. The kids always come first. And that's why in her GoFundMe, she put those little girls on there. She wants them to know this is not for me. This is for those 2 little girls right there. Because she doesn't want them taken away from her, because she knows it will destroy her, but it will destroy them as well.
Well, that's something anyone that's new to the channel again, I want you to realize where Bonnie's daughter is right now. She's up in upper state New York, very, very, very close to the Pennsylvania state line over there, guys. It's December. It's not like it's, July in New York where it's nice and breezy and it's warm outside. It's cold as shit outside. And if you know upstate New York, if you know Pennsylvania, they get not inches of snow, they get feet of snow. So if you want a mother and her daughters out on the street in feet of snow, leave this channel right now. Now, I'll tell you right now, leave this channel right now. But if you want to make a difference in someone's life, you might, never heard of any one of us, but if you actually want to make a difference, like I said, let's keep a mother and her children, at least under a roof. That's what you're doing right now. You are helping keep a mother and her children out of the cold. So I'm asking everyone, please, think with your heart, not with your mind. If it was your child, what would you actually do? Or if it was a friend of yours child, would you help? I'm just asking, please just don't turn a blind eye. You have chance to help, please do.
Yeah, definitely. Couldn't have said it any better, John.
But on
Steve,
that
what's he
note,
doing over there?
well, guys, on that note, though, I'm going to have to run for now.
Where are you
Y'all
running
hit
to?
me. Got to spend some time with Dawn tonight.
Oh, how's she feeling, by the way?
Oh, she's feeling much better now. She's feeling much better now. So
yeah, how was
The
it last night?
sleep
What time did
helped.
you end up getting to sleep?
I think I fell asleep. Myself about 1:30. Dawn fell asleep much earlier than that. I'm not sure what time she actually fell asleep, but I was out in the living room till about 1:30 in the morning watching TV, and I woke up on the couch this morning. So
You should have been playing that song last night. You
which one?
spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, round, 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 round.
Oh,
Oh
she would have
Lord,
killed me.
she's gonna kill Ron for that one.
Yeah, she would have
Oh,
killed me. But yeah, let me run for now. Y'all hit me up later, okay?
all right.
Okay.
All righty.
All right,
Yeah,
Talk to
guys.
you later, John. Thanks for
Later.
yeah.
coming in.
Take care
We
and be
can
well.
we can go ahead and end this stream if you want to, Ron. Just anybody who's on here, please
Oh,
share this.
we don't need to end
Share.
it. I invited James in here. He hasn't picked up yet.
Oh,
He's a little slow. The
okay.
Mevo is slow.
Okay, because I do know that I have to drive my husband to work and I'm gonna have to be careful because it's still pretty bad out there and we've got a winter weather advisory until 12 o'clock Monday. So yeah, not gonna be fun driving in this mess.
No, it's never fun driving.
No. The very first time I ever drove in snow was 8 years ago. I was driving to work. It was snowing, drove all the way to work, got to work, clocked in, was there for 30 minutes. And the bosses are like, if you want to go home, you can go home, and turn around and went right back home. And it was still snowing when I left. And it was still snowing when I got home. And I'm like, oh no, I'm done driving in this mess. But yeah, I got to drive in it again. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
And I had a little taste of it the other day because in one of the places I have to drive through, they had the sprinklers going during the night, the night before, and the road had water on it. So it had black ice and I drove on it and it kind of freaked me out a little because it's the first time I've ever hit black ice, but I did pretty well. But not looking forward to driving in this. Yeah, no, not fun. Not fun at all. And this is going to be a tricky situation. Yeah, I'm glad we did fix the brakes. We got 3 of the 4 done. The passenger side front tire, we couldn't get the brake changed on it, even though we have the brake because it hadn't been. My dad never got it changed when he had it because he never had a problem with it. But the brakes were so screwed up on it, you're gonna need to put it in a shop to get that brake changed. But 3 of the 4 are done. So yeah, let's hope that's safe enough. Hopefully it will be. It's been okay so far, so hopefully it will be good, especially in this weather. Yes, we will find out.
Let's see. I think I was able to do it. Let's see if I can do what James couldn't do. There you go, James. That's to James's video for Bonnie's daughter, his video.
Steph has a video too, but I don't know where she's at. I don't know if she is in Hangouts or if she's just not on at all.
She said she something about early morning needing to go to the airport or something like that. I don't think she's around right now. I think she called him tonight early.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Lots of traveling for the holidays.
Yeah. So, and I invited James in here, but I guess he didn't want the invite.
or can't figure it out again.
I did send it right this time, James. So there's no excuse this time.
And Stig is being quiet.
Yeah, I'm just listening. Yeah. Just,
And I did send Craig a text message about the situation, so I know he's not feeling up to anything, because normally he'll jump on this and try to do what we can to help out, and he hasn't even replied to my text, so I think he's pretty much out of it and just trying to rest. So, but once he's feeling up to it, he'll probably contact me and come up with an idea on what to do to help as well, because that's just what we do.
Yeah, I think his nurse probably wore him out.
Oh God. I think physical therapy wore him out before the nurse could ever touch him.
Well, that's what I mean. The nurse has her own way of physical therapy, so.
Oh my God, Ron. Oh, he is so gonna roast you. I'm telling you. He is so gonna roast you. And you wonder why he roasts you all the time. This is why.
So it doesn't matter, but he's not even gonna listen to this, so I can guarantee you he won't even know what to roast me on.
Oh, I wouldn't bet on it.
Greg said that
I will send him the link in a text directly to this video and tell him you need to see this. The little sister tattling.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Craig said that physical therapy was just as pleasurable as being back in the barn again.
Yeah.
That's the email I sent it to there, James. I swear.
Yeah,
With
he
James
said
Henry,
that.
you always got to do everything twice.
He says that physical therapy does wear him out, and it's so painful. So, yeah. And I believe it. When my mom had to have rotor cuff surgery and go through physical therapy, I saw the hell she went through. So I know Craig's going through hell. I wanted to punch those physical therapists because I hated seeing my mom in that pain.
Yeah, stuff like that can be brutal.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. But I also, like I was telling everybody earlier, I also did a fundraiser on Facebook. We are going to be putting the money in the account that my dad has. He doesn't use it for very much, but he does have it for an emergency situation. Anybody that wants to go above and beyond the donation to my daughter to help her can donate to that. That money is going into his account, so that if the judge does give her permission to leave New York State, we're going to use that money to bring her down here, because she can't afford to move without help. So we will use that money raised there to go up there, get her, and bring her down here. So that's another option for people to do. If you feel up to doing it, please do that. If you can't afford to do that, but you know people who might be willing to help, please share that out there. It does say it's to help her for her rent, which was the attention at first. I need to go in and change it, because now we're just going to use it as a savings account to help her move down here if that's what if she needs to do that and can do that. But the GoFundMe and the PayPal is definitely just for rent to keep her in her home.
Oh Lord. There's James. James made it. Your camera's on, James.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry, man. Let me work on this.
Hey, don't feel bad. Mine does the same thing. So we good at keeping the camera going.
What's happening, guys?
Nothing
Not
much.
a lot on my end. Just worried about driving in this weather.
Yeah, every year I got to get used to it all over again. Uh, we had we had some snow. Probably had inch or two of snow on Friday. I had to shovel my whole property, and then had to unload an apartment full of furniture. So yeah, my back was feeling it.
Oh, I bet.
But
not fun.
I've been doing the same shit for 25 years, so it's nothing new. So I'm sorry about your daughter. My prayers go out to her. You know, I did a bit earlier. Hope
Yeah,
everybody
I
got a
really
chance to check
appreciate
it
that
out.
too, James.
Yeah, so I even threw a little Christmas song in there. So
Oh.
Yes, that was nice.
yeah, I had to go in my bedroom to do it because if I did that in my living room, the cops would be here like 5 minutes later. I don't need a damn microphone.
The thing with my daughter that most of you may or may not know, especially to the new ones who don't know her, she does not ask for help. She tries to figure out her problems and solve them on her own. She only asks for help when she's desperate. That's how come I knew when she did that GoFundMe, she was desperate. And when I talked to her and she told me the situation, I knew that I needed to get the family here involved in helping her because I don't want her to lose her girls. You know, losing her son was bad enough. Losing her girls would destroy her. They are her life. She lives and breathes for her children. So, yeah, she won't ask for help unless she absolutely, positively has no other choice. And in this situation, that's where she's at because she can't find work in time to save her apartment. So she's going to need the help to, and that'll cover last month's and this month's rent, and then we'll go from there. But if she can find a job between now and the end of January, then she will be okay because she can pay the rent on her own. But for now, that's the biggest thing. And if nothing else, that money that we save up to go get her, if we have to, we'll just send it to her to pay the rent to keep her until she can find a job. So she'll have a backup plan. But
We're a great family and community, and that's what we do. So,
yes, it is. It is
but
definitely what we do.
I totally understand what it's like to be thrown out in the wintertime. Last year, um, that's when I was still married. My ex decided to take my kid and go to Florida, and I didn't know where my kid was for weeks at a time. I was worried, had the police involved. And so she decided to come back and then put a restraining order on me and her kids for no reason. And then I was evicted from my apartment, and my dog was in there and left by himself. Then she put my dog in the pound, and but I was homeless in the wintertime. That's the worst time. Luckily, my folks took me in for a little while, but you know, so that's the worst time to be homeless is in the winter, and then you got when you got kids, you know, that makes it even worse. So I understand.
Yeah, I had to go mobile here.
Wow.
That's why you see two Yodas.
Okay. And guys, I will have internet on the 11th, so I can start doing live shows on my channel and inviting you guys there,
Sweet.
which will be cool.
Nice. Yeah, that'll be cool.
I'll probably do a couple practice ones on Hangouts with you guys till I get used to using it because I've never done it before, so that'll be kind of fun.
I hope you're nicer than Yoda.
I am nice, trust me. Remember, I am the undercover Sith. I'm very nice so that I can very sneakily take out the rest of the Sith. I only get evil and become the full Sith when I have to, which is not very often.
Yoda's nice. You just have to answer his questions.
Correct spelling, you see.
I didn't find it with Yoda. That's for sure.
Oh, Lord. You're not going to find it with me either, because and for those new people here, this is a running joke because I misspelled Craig's name one time and I cannot live it down. So now I kind of accidentally, purposely misspell things. No, it's accidentally, actually, because I'm on my phone and my phone letters are so tiny and my fingers are so big that I always hit the opposite letter that I'm trying to do. And I never proofread, I just send. So there's tons of misspelled words all the time. So I get picked on about it all the time. But
Just
it's
keep
all in
telling
good fun.
yourself that, Bonnie.
It's the truth, because I don't do that bad on my computer. I might misspell one word every 6 shows on my computer. Now my phone, it's a whole nother story.
Hashtag Captain Craig, man.
Yeah. But I'm also a trendsetter, so I guess that's pretty good. And that's not me making all that noise in the background.
No, that was
sitting down.
James.
That was not me.
John was singing to his cake the other, an hour ago.
Yeah, he was.
That's a weirdo thing to do.
Well, guys, I'm going to have to get ready to get off here because I've got to drive and I got to pay real close attention to these roads tonight. So, Ron, thank you so much for doing this for me and my daughter tonight.
My pleasure.
I know I can always count on my family here. So, thank you for that. And I did post a bunch of times the information for the Facebook link to the GoFundMe, as well as her PayPal. And for those of you that want to do PayPal, that is the better way to go because she will get the full amount there. GoFundMe does take a portion of it, so she will not get the full amount there. So why do I keep messing that up?
What'd you misspell this time?
I didn't misspell. I forgot to add. I did not misspell this time. I forgot to add this time. So I'm retracting the first one and just leaving the second one.
Oh. Okay.
I forgot to add the .com.
That would help.
Yes, it definitely would help. And share this video. Share the links on the for the PayPal, for the GoFundMe, all of that information, because that will definitely help her.
Definitely. Everybody share.
Yes, please do. And like I said, I did a video on my channel. I can try to link that in here too. Let me see here. Okay, I will link that video in here for my channel. You can also send those out as well. This link here is to my video. I am posting my email. Like I said, if any of you have any job information for the upstate area around Elmira, please contact me. Let me know. I will get the information to her. You can reach me here on YouTube. You can reach me on Facebook, on Twitter. That's my email. You can contact me there, and I will automatically send her all of the information so she can go try to find a job, because that's what she really needs right now, and she's willing to do it. So, and we only have one viewer left.
Yeah, that's probably me because I have the screen up.
Yeah,
I do too. So
I have this. Yeah. So it is what it is.
Yep.
I have fun chatting in here.
Yep.
Fun times had by all.
Yep.
I mean, even if it just any little bit of help just buys her a little bit of time, that's what's important till she can get on her feet.
Exactly.
Ron, if you can get a hold of DJ, because I know I'm not going to have time tonight, and fill him in on what's going on. See
I
if he
sent him
can
a
get it
link.
out there.
I mean, I sent him a request. I guess he's busy tonight.
Yeah, so, but if you can reach him, go ahead. I'm going to try when I get back home to send him a message on Twitter and fill him in on what's going on. But I haven't had the chance to do it today because I've been so busy trying to do whatever I can to get this information out to help her.
Right.
So, okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, I got to go. I got to go drive.
Yeah,
Right.
drive safe.
It's fun. All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. We'll see you later, Bonnie.
All right. Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
All right, bye. Ew. And then there was 3 of us.
Yeah, and Luke's cloned hand.
Or we still got 2 Yodas.
That's because I went mobile.
What are you eating?
It is called Skyflakes.
Never heard of it. Can you spell it?
Yeah. SKY spells sky. And then flakes. FLAKES. Flakes.
No, that's wrong. Off you go.
It's a cracker, but it's a Filipino cracker.
Mm.
See, Ron's familiar with flakes because he's a flake.
Yeah, I got James on here all the time, so you know. Here we go. Yeah. See, you talk too slow, mijo.
Miho. Man, my dog's just passed out. He's chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was at the computer, but I send myself a request. That way I can join on the phone and be mobile and go around because, like I said, the wife is sick again. She went to bed, so had to come out and check on the dogs, make sure they're all right.
I hope she feels better, man. It took me a while to kick what I had.
Oh, I'm still trying to get over it, so she's blaming me, of course. Everybody blames me. I mean, heck, I got OG blaming me every time we're on a live stream, anywhere we go. He's like, it's Ron's fault. Heck, my own wife blames me, says it's my fault, so, you know. Can't win. Only Yoda wins.
Yeah, but he cheats.
Yoda's not a cheater.
The deck is stacked in his favor.
That's why he's the master.
Yeah.
At least he didn't ask you about frog gigging.
I'm sure I could have answered that, but the spelling thing got me.
Oh, Lord.
I actually thought it was just making up words that he thought sounded Swedish or something.
No, but now after I explained it, you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
James, they got this wafer covered in chocolate over there in Norway, and it's similar to our Kit Kat.
Okay.
A lot of people there's a debate that, you know, it is better than our Kit Kat.
It is. I've actually had both. Ours wins.
Of course, that is a biased answer. We're looking for unbiased answers.
I've tasted both. So yeah.
Now they said the difference is there's more chocolate than wafer on your guys's than on ours. There's more wafer than chocolate.
Maybe I'll send you some sometime.
Yeah, send me some. Here, I'll try it.
Sometimes you feel like the nuts.
But that's the problem is
it'll
get over here and it'll be a gooey mess.
Yeah, probably. and you'll eat it anyway. And then a week later, I'll tell you, well, that wasn't really chocolate. That was a piece of poop.
That was poop colored chocolate.
Yeah.
Or chocolate covered poop.
And you do the Admiral Akbar voice and yell, "It's a crap."
I can't do the Atbar voice, though. That's the problem. I think Mazaris can.
Yeah, he probably can.
I think he can do. Yeah, it's Saturday. I didn't think we'd probably get too many people on tonight. They're too busy out, probably holiday parties and doing other shit. So
that story time on Craig's channel the other night had me laughing my ass off.
I came in too late to figure it all out. My shit sucked.
I couldn't think of nothing. So now I'm starting to write shit down so I'm ready next time.
Now it'll take a whole different turn to where you're trying to get what you have written down and it won't fit right.
Right.
I was stupid enough to think it was going to be a Star Wars story, really. But that wasn't it at all. It had the Star Wars logo on it, but that's it.
Well, every time I came after you, Stig, I was speechless with what you left me with, man.
I was laughing. I was thinking, that poor James fellow. He has to.
You should have
follow
caught
up
on though after a while, James, because it always
one
ended
time
with somebody dead with a heart on.
Yeah, the one time he left me with a pile of shit on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I started it with someone pulling a shampoo bottle out of their ass or something, and I figured maybe every time I speak, Ron will pull something new out of his ass. And I, started running out of things, and I figured, okay, the last thing should probably be a shit then.
Went from a Star Wars story to an X-rated Star Wars story.
I didn't even know who I followed. I just jumped in somewhere.
I was after DJ though, but the guy talked so fast I didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
Fun times,
yeah, I was just okay then. I'll just say something.
He usually does, man.
Yeah, so I just
earlier today, Ethan Skyver's beard, and then today earlier news.
Yeah, I just made stuff up. It
was a lot of fun, though. We'll have to do it again.
Yeah, should do a Harry Potter one once. That has the potential to be really depraved.
Gandalf with his cane jammed up somebody's ass.
Yeah.
I sent Mike an invite to this live stream. He hasn't shown up yet, though. I don't know. He's probably busy.
Yeah, I think I emailed him earlier.
I had fun on his EU show. Did you listen to that one, James?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I was kind of. I was going to talk about though. I was kind of taken a bit aback because Mike asked me a couple of questions and then he said, "Well, the floor is yours," and I'm like, "What? I'm supposed to just sit there and talk?" So that was but it ended well.
Well, I love Mike. He's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
But I emailed him about doing Sith story time, kind of like the story time we did, and he wasn't up for it. So, but his show takes a little more serious tone about issues and whatnot about Star Wars. It's more of a serious tone. So,
yeah, his show is really good for EU stuff. I was listening to he had Mara on. That was yesterday, right? And
right.
That was really good. Mara knows her stuff for sure.
I think I said wrong. I'm. This is what I'm getting famous for.
Getting emails wrong.
Sending live stream requests to wrong addresses.
And you have all kinds of different people joining.
Yeah, there was a porn star in here earlier.
Oh shit! Yeah, I messed it up. Hold on, we'll get Mikey in here in a minute when I send him the right request. No wonder he didn't show up. But I did get yours right, James.
It's about damn time.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me send this.
Mine went well as well.
All right, I'm gonna bounce out for a second.
No, that's me.
Echo.
That's me. Hold on.
Coming to you live from Echo Band.
Kind of sounds cool.
No. Sounds like you're speaking in a toilet or something.
Land of the Lost.
Heavens to Megatron being there.
There it is. All right, we should be good now. That could go away.
Well, it was like flashback from the 70s for a minute there.
Yeah, that should have went away. I can't even send the right request.
I will be right.
Yeah, I sent it to you. You never came on. Wonder why. Oh, Lord. There he is.
Hello?
What's up, Mike?
Hi, Mike.
I don't know what it is about me joining in and not being able to hear myself. And how come Ron is on here twice?
As long as we can hear you, that's all that matters. You don't have to hear yourself.
I can barely hear you guys.
Well, turn up your volume.
My volume's all the way up. I'm telling you, the last couple times I've come on Hangouts, I've had to come in like 2 or 3 times for this problem to clear up. I don't know what's going on.
Me either.
Anyway, let me hang up and try and come back on the call and see if that helps.
All right.
All right.
James went on mute.
I'm back.
Can you hear us now?
No, still sound. I don't know what the hell's up with my phone.
I'll
just hold it to my ear like I'm talking on it.
What's up, Mike?
That's not fun.
No, it's not. Especially because it's plugged into a power cable.
And don't choke yourself with the cable.
Yeah, it's not a long. It's not a long. It's not a long cable either. So I'm leaning forward to have the phone.
Mike uses the force and self chokes himself.
Right.
Uncle Owen, this R2 unit has a bad motivator.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, it would help if I sent the request to the right place, huh, Mike?
Say again?
I said it would help if I send requests to the right place.
Well, yeah, and it was funny because I'm a million times, so just the fact that you sent it to an email that wasn't my photo was kind of funny.
So if we get some weird person joining, we'll know who it is.
We won't know who it is. It'll be whoever has my YouTube name with a Gmail account.
Well,
yeah, there is one, and its last name's Waymer. That explains it.
We already got 2 Yodas, not enough Sith in here.
Right. Yeah, I can understand that. There's never enough Sith.
Stig is a Norwegian Sith.
Say again?
Stig is a Norwegian Sith.
Oh, is he? I thought he liked Luke.
No, I like Kenobi, but I like some of the Sith as well. So I guess I'm neutral.
No. Yeah, see, I'm only dark. I've had this to cosplay as a Jedi. It just will.
You're cutting out.
I'm what?
You're cutting out.
You can send me another invite, Ron, because like I said, I can barely hear. You want to send me another invite and see if that helps?
I can, but I doubt it. It seems like it's operator error on your end.
Well, usually what happens is, what's been happening recently is I go the first invite and I can't hear, and then I have someone send me another one, and then it works. I don't know what the deal is.
Multiple invites.
Yeah, let me log out. Send me another one if you can, Ron.
All right. Enjoy the echoing again.
We on the echo stream.
Yes.
Hello. Is there anybody in there? Not you.
Is there anyone at home? Hello.
Nice.
Must go to Dagobah.
Comfortably numb.
Hello there.
Luke, I am your father.
Hi, Luke. I'm your cloned hand.
Do it.
Nice,
Do it
because
now.
honestly.
Yeah.
Do it now.
I still can't hear you guys.
We can hear you.
I hear echo too.
On the echo stream, Mike.
Hey, Darth Maul, are you still down there?
Wow, I'm getting mad echo.
That's because it's on purpose.
Oh, well, that's annoying.
We know cookies for you.
I can't. Here's the problem: is I have to hold the phone to my ear to hear you guys. I can't do it with that echo on. It hurts.
That's what she said.
No, it's not working.
The echo should go away here in a second, Mike.
I'm on speaker and it's just not freaking working.
Did the echo go away now?
I'm sorry.
The echo go away now?
Yeah, the echo went away.
Yeah. That's because I'm mobile and I went up to the computer.
Oh, I see. And
so it causes the echo. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Even though I have the other one on mute.
Yeah, this thing with coming in on Hangouts for other people's Hangouts recently is just getting annoying, man. I don't know why my speaker is so fucking quiet on I mean, I can hear you guys. I can hear you guys if I hold the phone to my ear, but if I move the phone away from my ear, I can't hear you.
I wonder if there's something I can do I am on my channel. I wonder if there's something I can do. Because I am under the old thing. Not like Craig's where it's a mess and I can't do shit on that one.
Yeah, you can't find the settings or anything.
All right, you're going to have to put up with the echo one more time. Unless nobody talks.
I'm just going to move the phone away from my ear. Which means I won't be able to hear you guys.
Hello.
That's annoying.
We were saying Pink Floyd there, Mike.
I can't hear what you're saying, but I can hear the echo.
What the hell is that?
All right. I turned up the volume for everybody. Did that help?
No.
Well,
I'm telling you, it's something with my phone. Because
maybe you need to use Lisa's phone.
The last couple times I've done it, last couple times I've gone into other people's hangouts, they've had to send me 2 or 3 invitations. Not the same invitation. It's had to come on a different invitation for it to fix the problem.
Well, I've sent you 2 already. Maybe you should use Lisa's phone.
Well, no, I only got 1 from you. I logged back in on the same one all 3 times.
Why?
Because the other one didn't come through.
I sent it to you.
I know you did, but it didn't come through. I waited and then just logged back in on the same one.
Ah, jeez. Hold on. All right.
Sounded like a satellite going by.
There is no pain you might receive.
Running Rab.
Okay, I fixed it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
All right. Because I was about to send you another one.
I fixed it. I don't know
About time.
I don't know why it did that, but I fixed it.
Oh, yep. There we go. About time. She knows how to fix a Jew's problem.
Yeah. That was annoying.
Everything's annoying.
Yeah, that's true. You make a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I said you make a good point. I'm so glad I got a suit of armor to work on, man. I needed something to...
I was just about to ask you how that costume build's going, man.
Say what?
I was just about to ask you how that costume build was going.
Oh yeah, I haven't. I just got the box. I haven't even messed with it yet. I just checked all the parts to make sure everything was in there. I gotta get Jedi Nugget over here to do sizing, and then I'll start slapping it together. But also, he hasn't decided what trooper it's going to be, so I don't know if I'm building a TK. I don't know if I'm building a TD, or if I'm building a Mimban trooper. He hasn't told me yet, so I'm waiting to see.
Can anybody see the chat?
No.
I can never see the chat.
Hold on.
All right. James, you're in charge of the chat. I can't see the chat, so.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me log in on another device.
Yeah, I eventually want a Boba Fett costume, man.
Yeah, I have the chest armor for that. That's about all I have. I made my own Mando costume, and now I'm remaking it. But
I made one out of vacuum cleaner parts one time.
A Boba Fett costume?
Yeah. I was pretty proud of myself.
That's crazy. Out of vacuum parts? That's crazy. How the hell do you build armor out of a vacuum?
Yep.
He needed something that could blow him while he's standing.
I see.
Power tools, man. It was like an episode of Tool Time.
He needed that suction.
Yeah, right.
So, Mike, how'd the show come across?
You want my honest critique?
Yeah, I already know. My voice was all screwed up, but
well, you know what I noticed about this one, Ron. This is just my personal 2 cents on this one. I just felt like you didn't have the questions ready for Stig, because you started off, like having normally you just start off and you're like, welcome to Yodass, here's my guest, here's what he's talented at, and now my first question is, and you kind of have your 3 questions sort of planned out, and I didn't feel like you won that one. I just felt like it ended.
I did.
And you were trying to talk too much, so you were like, I could tell that you were having a hard time holding the voice.
Yeah, well, being sick, it was really hard.
Right, and so that's.
I did have it, and I thought I was gonna get him off key with the whole Harlequin romance thing, and he answered it.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem with that: is you're asking a writer about writer stuff. Had you asked me about costume stuff, I probably could have answered any question.
Yeah, but I thought that was way off for him to answer that.
Yeah, you should have.
I didn't think he knew anything.
You should have asked him if he knew how to freaking pork con or something.
I didn't know the answer to it. I just made it up.
He made it up.
Yeah, I just said someone called Ben Dover had written it. You know, Ben Dover. I just made it up on the fly.
Yeah, I know you did, but like I said, it's normally Yoda asks questions that you would have no idea of the answer to. You know what I mean? Like with me, he asked me about, I don't even remember anything besides frog gigging, you know, but he asked me about frog gigging, and with DJD, he asked him about why a giraffe kicks the female giraffe in the bladder. You know, I mean, like they were. The reason it's so funny is because there is no way in hell that an average person can answer a question like that. So
I could have answered that one.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think he did his homework on the questions for you. I felt like they were too easy, and it was the first Yoda asked where it wasn't a satisfying Yoda wins at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually beat Yoda.
I felt like you did. I felt like Yoda just gave up and hung up on you.
Yeah.
Because normally Yoda's like, haha, Yoda wins, bye. Or, you know, or bad answer, bye. It was, I don't know. It just caught me as I mean, I know you were sick, so I was sort of wondering if you'd be able to hold the voice.
Yeah, it was really hard. I mean, I kept on coughing
He wasn't sick. He was trembling while facing a Norwegian.
Oh.
It's quite common.
Yeah, we'll do another one with Stig.
Yeah, where you have some real questions that Stig won't know the answers to.
That would be fun. That would be fun, though.
You got to find out stuff that Stig doesn't know, and then ask him that.
If I actually, always end up, answering every weird question there is, and Yoda just gives up every time.
Now that would be funny too, but no, Yoda has to win, or it's not as funny. Because there's just something funny about, like, Yoda's not a petty character, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have pettiness to him, but Ron brings that pettiness to him with the ha-ha Yoda wins. And so that's sort of what makes it funny, you know? It's like Yoda would never do that, but it's funny when he does, so...
We had this idea where he would call me, while I'm sleeping or while I'm in the shower and just harassing me with his questions. Just I'll be like, well, damn it, it's the 5th time you're calling today. I'm trying to sleep, and then just starts asking questions.
We can't do that one now, Stig. You just put it out over live air.
Yeah, that was.
Nobody's watching anyway.
There's nobody watching, man.
We might get some replays. We might get a couple replays.
There's 2 people in the chat, and one of them is the Dark Side Riders because I'm watching the chat.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. So, it's a Saturday night.
I know. People are out and about. What made? I didn't even realize the stream was going. I watched Yoda's app. Oh, you messaged me. I was taking a nap, and you messaged me, and I watched the Yoda ass, and then I went back to sleep.
Put you to sleep.
And then I was asleep before you messaged me. So I went back to sleep, and then I woke up and I saw your message, and I was like, "Oh, well, okay, what?" And you were like, "Come on the live stream." I sent you an invite. I was like, "What?"
Yeah. That was a good EU with Mara last night.
Huh?
It was a good EU show with Mara.
Yeah, it was good except for that little downtime where we lost the signal.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Thanks. I wasn't prepared. I didn't have any emails out to send anyone messages, so I was like looking for emails and trying to type, and I'm just bad at talking by myself.
Hey guys, I hope you're gonna stay on for a while. I'm just walking my dog, and I gotta run to the store real quick, but I'll be right back.
Oh shit, he's walking to the store. That means about an hour from now we'll see James again.
Man, give me a little bit of credit here. All right.
All right, James.
All right, brother. Yeah. So no, I don't know. It's been the weather's been really rainy and really cold here, and so I've not been motivated to do anything. It's sort of not helping with my mood. So I was very glad to get that box of armor yesterday.
Yeah, it's raining here today too. Windy.
Well,
Sucks.
I mean, it rains so bad here. I mean, it rains so bad and for so long here that they already had to come and replace the dormer cover for my heater because it leaked, and now water is leaked into the insulation for my water heater, and my water heater is vibrating against the wall. So I'm now waiting for them to come replace my water heater, and all of that just from rain.
So you've been standing up against the wall, huh?
No, it's not even funny, man. It sounds like someone's running a jackhammer against my wall every time you use hot water. And the hot water heater is right outside my bedroom wall.
But we have snow.
But we have snow?
Yeah, we have snow.
Oh, I don't care about the snow on the mountains. Fuck Christmas.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
I've been going and I've been running water for 10 minutes.
It'll go. Don't worry.
Okay. Was that DJC?
No, it's Ron and
Navy.
Ron and Stig.
Hey, Stig.
Hi.
And James, but he's not there.
Okay. James is Star Wars guy?
No, James.
No.
James, the guy who was on the camera that one time when we were all on the camera?
Yes, James.
It was funny? Yes.
James is the one who likes to show you his nose hairs on the camera.
Yeah, Miho.
Yeah, Miho.
Sam Elliott.
Yeah. Yeah, so. Yeah,
Bonnie's on too.
I heard it.
Bonnie's not on.
Really?
She was on. She had to go drive in the snow.
Oh shit! It's snowing over there. Oh,
yeah.
They
So
went
yeah,
on her
we came
Bonnie
on
way.
here to do because her daughter up in New York might get evicted.
Oh.
So we're doing a fundraiser for her.
Okay. That sucks. Right.
Yeah. Well, she's trying to find another job. She's in just a big mess. So, and of course the landlord's adding $5 every day she's late on the rent.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's a great Christmas spirit, isn't it?
Right.
She has 2 kids, 2 daughters.
It's too bad that they're not more understanding, you know.
Uh-uh.
Wow.
Well, it is New York we're talking about. Who
Yeah,
have you ever met from New York that's understanding?
Lisa.
I'm not from New York.
Lisa's family's from New York.
Yeah. but we're understanding because they're not really from New York. They're from Cuba and only stayed in New York for a couple of years before moving to Los Angeles. So they're sort of half-assed New Yorkers, but not really because they're not assholes. They talk funny. They talk funny. They still talk funny. But that's
Talk.
funny. Yes, my aunt does talk like that. She still has the New York accent in some of her words.
What about the Mississippi relatives?
She says y'all, but because she's only lived in Mississippi for like 6-7 years, it's slowly but surely she's gonna. I mean, she started with y'all. It's very cute, but she's half Cuban and half Mexican saying y'all, which I think is hilarious. But yeah, it's kind of growing on me because she sounds cute when she says it. So her girls will say y'all because they're
Riba.
they're gonna grow up saying y'all. And I said to my husband, when we were there, we went to the store for something, and the guy there, he was like, I said to my husband, I go, he's not from Mississippi. He's like, how do you know? I said, because he said, you guys have a nice day. He didn't say y'all. He was the only guy who didn't say y'all to us the entire time we were there. It was hilarious. I was like, yeah, he's probably from California.
So who's this mystery husband you have?
This fool right here sitting on the couch with his legs open. He's inviting me to something. I don't know. I'm gonna.
I didn't invite you to nothing.
I need to sit right here.
What the hell, man? This is not an adult channel.
Sure it is.
Are you guys even on live yet?
Yes.
Oh, you are? Oops.
Yes. I've been on live the whole time.
Disclaimer.
You guys talk for 10 minutes, 20 minutes before you go
They
live.
were on before I ever got invited, or I got invited, but he sent them to the email that wasn't mine.
Okay, sorry, I apologize for those tender ears out there, but I did have a nice little secret.
There is no there is no tender ears out there.
Yeah.
Well, true. I don't know unless my my great nephew is on listening. Sorry, they're banana.
You know what's funny is I'm just going to comment since Stig and James and D. Pensac all said that they thought it was such a good show. Both the shows with Mara I've enjoyed the conversation on both of them, but they both have not gotten very many views compared to other EU shows. I don't really know what it is. Because, she did that other one, and it like, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Well, I think, too, I noticed that, especially yesterday, a lot of places were having their holiday parties. All that stuff was going on this time of year. Companies having holiday parties and stuff like that. And so, people tend to get more busier this time of year, and they're less on chat and YouTube and all that.
Well, no, but I'm just saying even the last one, because, I the reason that I had her on again was because you guys remember when I was up in Frisco, I had to cut her off.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make up for that. But even if you go back to that stream from Frisco, it's just like, I don't know what it is.
I know what it is.
What is it?
She called me a Swede once, and people noticed, and this is karma biting her in the ass.
Oh my god!
Yeah, her goblin fluffer ass is getting karma handed to her.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
I thought you and Mara Jade had made. I thought she was on punishment, and then she made up, and you guys were good again.
Yeah, I'm good with her, but karma lasts a long time.
Oh.
She has to learn that. She's in the middle of it now, and
wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that was. I agree. Wow.
She's getting no sympathy for me. She brought it on herself.
Well, I see. No, it's just interesting. Like I sometimes I go back and I look at how a show did, like a month or two later, and some of them like blow up, and some of them just, I don't know what it is with YouTube, or if it's the date or the time of the year, or I don't know.
Yeah, it could be a bunch of different things. You just never know.
No, I agree, but I like talking to Mara Jade. For I'm sure that the next show will be, through the roof again, because Craig's coming back, and this time he won't be doped up. So I'm sure he'll have all of his subs there in the chat wanting to hear him talk about Revan. So I'm sure that one will be, have a bunch of viewers.
It's revving up to be a good one.
Yes, it's revving up to be a good one. Bad pun.
I think it all has to do with politics myself.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Ron? Because I'm not going there.
That comment was for Stieg.
Oh.
Did people watch the one I was on?
Yeah, the one that you were on. Hold on one second. Let me just. I'll just give you an idea of how they are, because I've looked at them recently. No,
those people are never coming back.
Well, no, it's just interesting because it's like you get weird jumps. So Mara Jade's right now is at 48 views. Yours is at 81 views.
I'm twice the fan Mara is.
Bonnie's last one only got up to 42. The one with Hip Hop Troopers at 119. The one with Spiffy Nerd Herder is at 73. I would have thought that one would have got more views.
The one with Ron Navy is negative.
The one with Ron Navy's at 80-something views. The EU with Mara from San Francisco is still at 61 views. And then, let me see. I got to go back a ways now because we did a bunch of fundraisers in between. EU with Demogeni, 77. EU with Bonnie before that, 63. EU with Mr. Pete, 70. Where was Ron's? EU with Ron Navy, 78, Ron.
Yeah. Negative 78,
and then Jedi Nuggets was the first EU show, 111 views. So I just, like I said, I don't know. Sometimes it'll go up. Oh, and then Craig's is at like 200 and something.
Well, you knew that would happen.
Right, and that's why I said when he comes back on, I'm sure all of his people will come. So that one will have a bunch of views like as it's streaming. But it's just weird. I never know why, because the shows are always at the same time. People know when they are. If you like them, you would think you would come back for the next one. Or maybe people just come for certain guests. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is.
Let's go outside.
I can be on again if you want me sometimes.
Yeah, well, so here's the thing. I don't mind having people on twice, but the one thing that I'm trying to do is space it out so I don't have people on, like, back to back.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah, I had Bonnie fill in because Craig couldn't, and I didn't have anyone, so I had her really close, shows. And like I said, 61 and 42 views. 42 is probably the lowest of any show ever at this point. But I don't know if it was because it wasn't planned or because notifications didn't go out, or I don't know what it is.
Maybe something else was going on at the same time too.
It's possible. It's very possible. I mean, I try and have my show at the same day and the same time, so people don't have to worry about notifications. I mean, I'm going to be on every Friday unless there's a holiday or something around it, and then we're not going to be on. Like, for example, this month there will not be a second Dark Council because the second Dark Council would be December 25th.
Yeah. Get Dave Pensac on it.
I've asked Penzac to be on before, but I don't think he wanted to, or maybe we couldn't work it out. I tried to get Mazaris to come on, and I'm still trying to work out a date with him. I mean, I'm offering an open spot to anyone who wants to come on and talk EU. I don't care who the guest is. I'm not doing it for ratings. I'm doing it for fun. I'm only talking about views because I've noticed it's weird. Like, it's a weird roller coaster of views. Because I went back and looked recently at like all the shows and was like, wow, I'm not sure why that one was viewed so much and this one wasn't. Because I think they're all enjoyable shows. Everyone has something interesting to talk about and interesting points to make. I mean, that's what I like. I like hearing everyone else's opinion and then being able to, bounce off of them and give my opinion back and react to their I mean, that's what I like about it. That's why I like doing the show.
Yeah. I'm going to head off now. I'm really hungry.
Okay.
I want to eat.
What are you going to have?
Pizza.
He's going to have lutefisk.
No.
He's going to eat lutefisk.
Oh, fuck no.
I know.
What's lutefisk?
It's gross, dude. You don't ever want to know. So, yeah, I had pizza. Pizza's a good choice, but You know, I had to throw a lutefisk joke in there.
Yeah, no, you're spot on about that.
Yeah, I've smelled it before. That's about as close as I got to that.
Yeah, it's well, you should see something called gravlax, which is salmon that they dig down into the dirt till it rots and turns goo, and then they dig it up again and eat it.
Ew.
It's insane. It looks almost dark purple.
Man. Sounds like
Yeah.
balut.
Yeah,
I mean,
no. Ugh,
You know what
Ron.
balut is?
Ugh,
No.
Ron. Ugh. Don't even say it.
Balut.
Ron.
Balut is they have it in the Philippines.
Ugh,
It's
don't,
a hat.
Ron, don't.
It's
gross.
It's a half.
it's begging.
It's a half-developed chicken egg.
Oh, balut is disgusting.
Oh no.
I wish I could. I can't mute Ron. I can mute myself. No, I'm on speaker.
That's like eating an abortion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
No.
It is disgusting.
Yeah, that's a chicken fetus. That.
Yeah, it's the worst part of all of it is that you can feel the bones crunch in your teeth.
You've actually eaten it?
Yes. It's disgusting.
You should have known that before you ate it.
He was drunk.
I was convinced to I was convinced to at a party.
He was drunk.
I mean, all you have
Ron,
to do is
let's not pass judgment on people.
I mean, the warning is right there. I mean, all you have to do is glance at it, and you'll know. Let's not eat that.
Yeah, well.
Did you get a feather stuck in your teeth?
No, there were no feathers. It was not. It's not. Have you ever had it?
No, I've never had it, but
it's an egg, dude.
I know it's an egg.
You actually crack the egg and then eat yeah. So yeah, it's gross.
Picture Rocky doing that in the Rocky movies. Just a bunch of them in a mug.
If we had anybody listening, they're not listening now.
Right. You've actually gone up. Now you have 4 people listening.
Wow.
D Penzak, you don't need to be tech savvy. All you need to do is have a smartphone with Google Hangouts and hit accept.
Just to do it,
and then try to be offensive.
Just
people
to do
like that.
A quick review. Bonnie posted the links in the chat here. You can scroll up of a GoFundMe and PayPal for her daughter that is needing help so she doesn't get evicted from her apartment with her 2 children. She's currently looking for a job. She lost her other job. And so we started the stream as a fundraising for Bonnie's daughter. So if anybody out there can give a few dollars, I know the minimum for GoFundMe is $5. PayPal, you can give whatever amount you want. Just send it as family or friends, and that's a gift. And every little bit helps, and that will be appreciated.
Maybe I should start a GoFundMe so I can get a working laptop after everyone's okay.
I thought you already had your. Oh, yeah, that's PayPal.
What?
Not PayPal, but I'm sorry, Patreon. You started a Patreon.
Oh yeah, I started Patreon. I still have not hooked up my Patreon to my PayPal. So basically, you guys have only made 1 month's donation, so don't worry about it.
Hey Mike, did you see that shitty story we did at Craig's channel the other day?
No.
That was
Yeah.
Was that because so James sent me a message saying that he had an idea that he thought we should do on the Dark Council about somebody says a sentence and then somebody continues off that sentence. And
yeah, that was what happened.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I was not interested in doing that. But
it got X-rated after
I'm
2
sure
sentences,
very
so.
fast. With
Oh yeah,
with Craig's channel, very fast. I'm probably sure by the third person it was, slipping from something into porn.
yeah. Han had Luke's head up his ass to warm him.
There you go. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Craig's channel always slides into that. The later it gets, the worse it gets.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I missed that. I missed that stream. I have not really been super motivated. I tried to get motivated to be on here, and I've caught a couple people's streams, but I just, I don't know. I'm still a little depressed. So I haven't been on that much.
Yeah. Anyway, I need to go eat.
After having Lisa start to sit on your lap on my show, you shouldn't be depressed no more.
All right, Stig, you go have some pizza, brother.
Yeah, go have some pizza.
Yeah, take care and be well, people.
Yes, be easy, brother.
Thanks for coming on the show, brother.
Yeah, no problem. I had fun.
I'm glad you had fun.
I had fun with Yoda as well.
Yeah, we'll do another one of those again in the future.
Yeah.
All right. Yoda wins.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye, people.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
Bye. Well, now it's just you and me and a muted James.
Yeah, well, you and I have been on many times before.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm back.
James is back.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of would like to build a Mimban trooper because I haven't built one yet.
What?
A Mimban trooper? Mimban?
Oh.
Yeah, they're cool.
Troopers from Solo that are all covered in mud with the capes and the blast shields on their helmets.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
I kind of like.
Go ahead.
I kind of like them shore troopers too.
Yeah, that's my next costume, but this is not for me. I have 2 more suits of armor coming my way after this one. But those I know what they're going to be because Craig's sending me his shadow, so I got to build his shadow for him. And then after that, I'm getting a TK sent to me to build for someone in my charity group. But this particular suit, he's not sure what trooper he wants to be. So the thing about doing a TK is it's fun to build it and put it together, but that's all you're doing. You're just cutting it and putting it together. The thing that's kind of cool about doing like a Sandy or a Mimban trooper is after you build the armor, you got to weather it and do all that. So there's an extra component that goes into it that's fun. I like doing weathering and all that stuff. So
it's an art form, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. I was very impressed with the first touch-ups. No, I don't know how many of you follow TDSR, but I was very impressed with the first touch-ups of the paint on Dwayne's Sand Trooper. He did a really nice job weathering it. It looked really good when he broke it out in the park. And if you guys have watched the videos before that, you'll see it was a Sandy, but it had never been weathered because he never had time. So I like the way it looks, though. There's something cool about it, a trooper that looks like he's been through the muck.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh. The wife is up. She went to bed because she wasn't feeling good. Let's see.
So now you better make
you
her
up again?
dinner.
It's time for chicken soup. Oh, he muted. He's double muted. So it's weird seeing Ron on here twice, but now Ron's double muted. So
just me and
you don't
you,
have
Mike.
to hear him at all. We've now taken over the stream. Oh yeah, so I'm excited. I just want him to get back to me and tell me which trooper we're building so that I can get going on it.
Well, that's great, man. That's you got to have a hobby, something you just enjoy doing, and we all love Star Wars, and that's kind of like me with my artwork, my novel. It's like, that's what keeps me going,
Yeah. I
and,
love building, but it's hard. I know it sounds stupid, but we're actually getting like real winter here in California, so it's been cold. I was in the middle of building that Mando kit, and I was painting. I can't paint now. It's rained for like 3 days, so I'm just sort of hoping that I'm just sort of hoping that the weather changes and that I can get what I was starting to build done. But at least in the meanwhile, I have this whole suit to put together, which will definitely take some time. So
you got like a garage, you can put a heater in it or something, or?
No, I don't have a garage. I live in a California cottage beach house, man. Little
Gotcha.
2-bedroom, and I don't even have off-street parking
Wow.
because I live by the harbor. So we have to constantly be fighting just to find parking for our cars.
That sucks.
Yeah, it totally sucks. It's the one crappy thing about living where we live is that there's no off-street parking. So
Wow.
yeah, but we got a nice little it's a cute little two-bedroom California cottage bungalow style thing, and we're about, I don't know, 6 blocks from the beach, so it's not bad.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm freezing in Ohio here. It's probably like 20 out right now.
Yeah, see, I'm not okay. So I'm just gonna say this: I'm from California, so what you guys consider winter is not what I consider winter. What you guys consider winter, I consider hell and death. So when I say cold, I'm saying like it's dropping into the mid 40s at night, and the high is probably 62 or 60 or something like that. And then for us, if we can't wear shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops, or at least for me, if I can't wear shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops, I'm pissed off.
Well, from what I heard about California, is like, you could drive 20 minutes and be up in the mountains with snow or something.
Yeah, so here's the one thing that I love about living here. Just that beats everything is, so like I could go and paddle out and surf in the morning, and then I could basically go home, drop off my wetsuit and my surfboard, grab my snowboard and my snowboard equipment, and drive up to Big Bear and Mountain High and be snowboarding, by mid-afternoon.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. All in one day.
Wow.
And then go to the desert if you want to.
Oh yeah, and then you can go out to the desert too.
Hi, Lisa.
James said hi.
Hi, darling.
Yeah, so Callie, we sort of have everything. I mean, you don't realize it, but because we have the Sierras, we have high mountain ranges that get a lot of snow.
I mean, a lot of snow.
You
have to drive at least 4 hours to get there, but it's still California. It's half of it's LA County.
Yeah. Mammoth.
Yeah, Mammoth. Well, Mammoth isn't in LA County.
No, but Mammoth is close.
County. Yeah, Mammoth is the next county over. But so for example, in LA, winter is like a bunch of people wearing shorts, flip flops,
and hoodies.
A hoodie, yes, and a hoodie, or like a pashmina tied around your neck.
Wow.
And now we're actually wearing like pants.
And still flip flops
and a hoodie
and
flip flops.
Wow.
And we're upset. We're very
upset. I like it cold.
A couple years ago, we had 2 days, like each year, record temperatures, like minus 25 below zero.
God.
Oh no.
I don't even know what that feels
Yeah,
like.
I lived in Reno for a little while, and we had a really cold winter in Reno, and that was it for me. I was like, I not only do I not want to live in Reno, but I don't even want to go back.
I had one place that I do building trades, so I had one place that had no insulation. There was pipes on the outside walls. One would rupture. I'd fix one pipe, then I'd have to go fix another pipe.
Yeah. Not
But
fun.
I don't miss that cold weather.
I was getting yelled at.
Well, that doesn't make. I mean, that's not a surprise, Ron. You're always
I know.
You're always doing some bad stuff.
Were you
spending too much money on Christmas decorations?
Well, she went to bed. She went to bed to she likes when she's sick. She likes sweating it out.
Yeah. A
little
NyQuil and a warm blanket.
I gave her. Well, they gave me Mucinex.
Oh, that's good.
When I was sick, so I gave it to her, and oh my gosh, she hated that. I'm all dried out inside.
Oh yeah.
And she wasn't happy. She was like, "Don't medicate me. Stop medicating me."
Man, if you weren't so busy with that damn clone hand,
I know, right? So
yeah, I'm a NyQuil and a warm blanket guy. I like to take more NyQuil than I'm supposed to, and then I usually take like a double dose, and then I'll go wrap myself up in a blanket and just pass the hell out and sweat it out.
Yeah.
Oh, it took me 2 days to get rid of what I had. Man, I was down.
Yeah, I don't need any colds this winter. I just want to make it through this winter without any colds.
So you got I was going to ask James if he's got a local 7-Eleven that he walked to. What store did you walk to?
I drove my car, but I had to wait like 10 minutes for the windshield to defrost because it was frozen. Yeah,
I heard you walking. I thought, and you had the dog. I thought you were walking to the store with the dog. And
no, I walked my dog and then I ran up real quick.
Right on.
All right.
Right on. Yeah, so I'm wondering if I should put any of that build. Do I share the Stormtrooper build on film, or do I just build it in there?
Why not? Share it.
I'll
Gives
watch
you something
it.
to do.
That was a stupid question. You know they want you to share it.
They don't care.
Well, it's nice to know that you speak for us.
I do. I represent all of you, just in case you didn't know.
You fucking Sith.
I am your Dark Lord and Master, and I speak for all.
It's like
I rule the galaxy.
Mike is like he's like the Star Wars version of Doomcock, right? Mike, I'm almost finished with that Dark Council comic, and then when I finish that, I'm gonna mail you that and the logo.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm still waiting. My guy sent me the teaser and got me all excited, and then was like, "Oh, the logo will be done soon," and then he didn't send it to me, and I'm like, I don't want to bug him because he's doing it for free, so I don't want to seem like I'm pushing him.
Oh, this will be fun. You'll have the original and you hang it up on the wall or whatever,
Oh yeah. No, but I'm just saying I want to see the one that he's finishing. I want to see the vectored one. I've just gotten a little sample of it. He got me all hyped up showing it to me, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll have it ready in a week," and now I haven't heard from him. So I'm like, I want to see it, but I don't want to be that guy who's like, "Oh, you're doing me a favor, but could you hurry up?"
Well, just drop me your address and my email, and I'll mail that out to you when I'm done with it.
All right. Yeah, I got some. Man, I'm gonna get a bunch of mail, not for Christmas. I got a package coming in from Craig, and I think Bonnie sent some cookies, and now I'm gonna get a comic and a poster from you. And it's too late for Hanukkah. You guys all missed Hanukkah. No, they'd have to have mailed it already for it to be a Hanukkah gift. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to them cookies, man.
Yeah. I hope they travel well. Our post office, man, I ordered new padding for my Darth Vader shoulder armor, and I ordered new padding for the inside of one of my trooper helmets, and had a problem with the people manufacturing it. And so it was like 9 months, and they sent me an email and they apologized and they refunded all my money, and then they sent me the stuff for free, right? And so the fucking post office delivered it to the wrong fucking address, and now it's gone.
Wow.
So now I'm dealing with the fucking post office, who is now going to basically either pay up or get sued to have this thing resent from Argentina.
Wow, that's bull when you already put the money out for it, you know.
I've waited almost a year to get it too.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
pick up some.
It's annoying.
I'm gonna pick up some acrylic paper. I'm gonna start doing matte paintings for backdrops to do a film eventually.
Right on.
Start working on that.
Right on. So here's my question: if you're in the business, why couldn't you just build a Mando costume? You know what Sentra is, right?
No.
Sentra wall paneling.
You mean like just regular paneling?
It's like a thin plastic sheeted paneling. Just Google Sentra wall paneling, and
okay.
so like you can get just a regular white. I think it's 1/4 inch thick Sentra wall paneling, and then you just take the stencil of the armor and you trace it, and you cut it out with a utility knife. And then you take a heat gun and you heat up the armor and you shape it to your body, and then you paint it, and then you got Boba armor.
Wow.
I have a tutorial on it in here, brother.
I actually did that with PVC fittings and vacuum cleaner parts.
So PVC is okay, but the problem with PVC is you can't, you're sort of limited. I mean, it's hard to get the shapes right. You're doing a lot more dremeling and cutting and all of that.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect.
Right. Where with the Sentra, it's really easy, man. It's a utility knife. You're basically cutting out a stencil with a utility knife.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. A few. Let me see what the video's called. I'll find it and tell you, because I did a video showing people how to do it. Well, sort of showing people how to do it.
Yeah, I think it was Django Fett I did. And the helmet came out pretty cool too.
Well, the helmet you can. So if you know how to use fiberglass, you can physically build your own helmet. You just go to a website called thedennethelmet.com and you download the PDF for the Boba Fett armor, jetpack, and helmet. And then the helmet you cut out of cardstock. And then cardstock and cardboard. And then once you do that, you take fiberglass, like the kind of fiberglass you would line a tub with.
Okay.
Reseal a tub, and you brush it on. And then you take fiberglass mesh and you lay it on the inside of the helmet so that you have a strength of, a strong bond with the actual fiberglass meshing, like for boat repair or whatever.
Right.
And then when you're done with that, you take Bondo and you put Bondo over it, and then you just sand it all down, and then you primer it and paint it.
Wow.
Yeah. So the video was posted 2 months ago. It's called Mandalorian Armor You Can Build Yourself.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. And eventually, when this weather stops, I'll be able to show the finished product, because I am still working on it. All I was able to do was shape it and then get a coat of black paint on it before the rain came. So now I'm waiting to finish it, and then at some point I will show the final fiberglassing of the helmet too. I've actually already started the helmet. Yeah, I'll show you some of my helmets real quick. Let me see if I can do this.
Yeah, I can't see the chat or nothing.
No, I'm going to turn on my camera.
Okay.
I think I'm going to turn on my camera. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Kicked me out. Sorry. Okay. So now I'm going to try and turn on my camera. Let's see if it'll let me. Okay, there's my camera, and it's facing the way I want it to. So I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, I can see them. Those are nice.
So here's what it looks like when you're just building it. It's all fiberglass over cardboard and cardstock. That's all it is. And then once you get it done, you just cut out the visor, and then you fiberglass the inside with fiberglass mesh. And you just add your earpieces. You can see I have the earpieces underneath the helmet there. I've made about 10 of these now.
What do you charge to do one?
I have never made one for money. I just made them for friends.
Oh, wow.
So far, I don't know. I'd have to figure out what it costs in materials to do it. But I'm sure it would be much more reasonable than it would cost you to buy a crappy toy one.
Right. Yeah, I might eventually have you do one for me.
The only problem is I don't do the dent. You got to do the dent yourself. If you're trying to do boba, that dent is a pain in the butt to do. You got to physically, it's fiberglass. You have to create an indentation out of cardstock, and then you have to Dremel a hole out, and you have to glue the indentation in, and then you got to reglaze that whole section, which is kind of a pain in the butt.
Well,
Boba has that dent on his helmet from where Cad Bane shot him in the head.
Right.
When he kills Bane in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I would do all the paint on it. I would just, just to build it, eventually.
Right. Here, I'll show you. Let me grab something out of the room. You'll appreciate this. I don't know if anyone else would appreciate it, but I think that you will appreciate. Grab something real quick, and then I'll be out of your way, dear. Sorry. Just trying to show James a little something that I just had to grab it real quick. Now I'm gone. Goodbye, woman. Sorry. I went into the room where my wife was, and she didn't want to be bothered, clearly. It's okay for her to come lap dance on me while I'm live streaming, but why interrupt her TV show? Oh, man, hell.
Look up.
So here, I'm going to give me a second to lay these out, and then I will turn the camera back on.
None of what you're saying is true.
I know it's not, but I'm still going to talk shit to you.
Wow.
Go away, woman. So, hold on. Let me just lay these out real quick so you can see them. And then I'll show you the... So there's mine. And let me put Boba out real quick.
Yeah, your camera's off, Mike.
I know it is. I know it is. I'm not done yet. You got to give me a second. I'm laying them out so you can see them. Because the Boba,
I thought you were coming in with the camera. That's what I was like, dude, am I lying?
Yeah, I know what you thought. I'm just messing with you. Go away, woman. God, women are always just...
You have choices, bro.
I know I do.
Why don't you make one?
I do. I make them all the time.
Yeah, you're still here, so shut up.
I look at your face and I make them. Goodbye, woman. Okay, camera on. Okay, so here's the black one that I made for me.
Nice.
You can see it. and the shoulders. I have the legs for it too, but I'm not showing you the legs. Here's actually, now I'm blocking the light. That's Boba's armor. You can see like the 3 holes in it there and the dents there.
Yeah, I like it.
That's actually Boba's armor out of fiberglass, and that's my armor out of Sentra.
Man, you do some great work.
Thanks.
Sorry, guys, I had a phone call.
That's okay.
Cool, man.
I was showing off some build stuff.
Cool. Awesome.
I don't know how it came out because I can only see my camera in the little corner of the screen, so I don't know if it worked well, but maybe.
No, you do some great work, man.
Thank you. Well, the boba I didn't build. The boba's an actual fiberglass set that somebody gave to me as a gift. And then the black one I built.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks. Yeah, I figured since you like boba, I figured you'd appreciate the actual boba armor and fiberglass with all its dents and nicks and all of that.
Well, that's the thing about George, you know. I mean, he could take a character with the littlest bit of subtlety and make that the most interesting character and only have a few lines as opposed to these characters now where they just they're just you can see right through them. They're like they're useless characters, you know.
Yeah, that's true. They are. It's not good like it was. Who just left? Oh, Ron.
Oh, Ron bailed on us again.
Yeah, Ron's gone. Now we've only got one Ron left. We're down from 2 Rons to 1 Ron.
Yeah, one ran off with the goat.
Yeah, so
Actually, I'll flip my camera on and show you this comic real quick.
Go for it.
Sick.
Oh. I mean, no, it's not like I said. It's not like anyone's paying attention to anything we're doing here. So, I mean, if we had a crowd to entertain, I would worry about it. But I don't know if there's even anyone watching us. I see 2 people in there, and one of them is the Dark Side Riders because I'm watching the chat. Yeah, I wonder who it is. I wonder if it's Sebi or D that hung in there, if we just have a lurker.
What, Mike?
Yeah, I guess. I'm just saying. To me, lurking is weird. Like, at least say hi. I think it's funny when people are like, who's in the chat? And then the person leaves. It's like...
No.
You got to talk for me to see it.
I'm trying to flip my camera around.
Okay. Oh, snowed out, huh?
All right. I'm just going to turn my phone around. Maybe you can see it. Here's you, Mike, with Force Lightning.
That's funny.
Don't underestimate the power of the dark side.
Never do that. What's Ron got under his arm?
He's got a goat.
Oh. It's a lightsaber and he's hugging a goat. I see.
He says, "Goat box is the most powerful weapon in the universe. I suggest we use it."
Right.
And here at the table, they got cookies.
Oh no, we don't have cookies. Oh, that's bad. Oh yeah, go ahead, talk, James.
Your sorcerer's ways, Lord Ravenous, are not clairvoyant enough to bring back Luke's clone hand. The clone hand you speak of will soon be back in our hands.
Oh yeah.
Let's see who's on Twitter.
Okay, so I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just have to share this real quick because my wife brought it out. So I'm going to put my camera on, and you guys can all see the ugly sweater that I was wearing at Hip Hop Troopers' ugly sweater party, and you explain to me how I didn't win. Okay? Ready? Ready? There it is. Can you see it?
Wow.
Can you guys all see it? So Vader with the lightsaber, Rudolph with his head cut off. Vader's got the green Christmassy hat on. And he's also got a necklace of shiny ornaments.
Yes. This is the best thing ever.
Why? Why?
But I
Whatever.
But I made it for him.
That was custom made by Lisa.
Yeah, I made it. With all the stuff we had around the house.
That is cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I look good in it.
Where's Stig? He's missing it. Okay, bye guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
Vader on a Christmas sweater passes for a good Christmas sweater.
No, but it was an ugly Christmas. It was an yeah, that's funny. It was an ugly Christmas sweater party. Mm-hmm. Not right now.
I didn't say right now, man.
Okay, so take it in the other room.
No, because you're not going to know where it is.
Oh my god. Okay. So
I told him to put it on a mannequin in the living room for
the mannequin that's got TK armor on it.
So.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I wore that and didn't win. Can you believe it?
That should have took the cake, man.
I thought so too, and she spent so much time working on it and did such a nice job, and I got so many compliments on it. But I guess people didn't think it was ugly enough to win the ugly sweater party. But I just don't. I mean, I guess because Vader's on it. I don't know.
At least you had fun, right?
I actually had a little too much fun that night. That's the night that myself and infamous Dwayne, who is the Sandy from the TDSR in the Park video, we put away a bottle of bourbon, and then I took a face dive in Hip Hop Troopers' kitchen. Yeah, I was definitely fins up.
I was so annoyed.
She was so annoyed. People were like, shouldn't you help him up? And she goes, nah, he'll get up eventually.
I'm like, he'll get up. And then I walked out of the kitchen.
And then she left the room and let me peel myself off the floor.
See, you should have brought him cookies.
I told him to slow down his drinking.
Yeah, it was a long day. I hadn't eaten anything, and
she should have brought you cookies, Mike.
Yeah, they should have, but they didn't. And so I started. I showed up. We showed up with I had a 12-pack of Newcastle, a bottle of bourbon, and a bottle of what's that stuff that you like? That she likes that. It's that liquor with the silver in it.
It's like silver. It's shimmery.
You know what I'm talking about? Where you shake it, it gets silver. It's like purple or red. Anyway, so we bought a bottle of that for the girls, and the girls killed that. They all loved it. And just me and Dwayne put away this entire bottle of bourbon and a 12-pack of Newcastle. I was done.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was done with you.
And she was done with me.
Sounds like Rebel Alliance after Dark Night at my house.
Yeah. It was just yeah. That I don't normally drink hard liquor, but I was with a friend who he can drink way more than me, and he kept pushing me, and it was just trouble, and I didn't even see it coming. It like came out of nowhere. I was like, "Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Man down, man down." The funny thing was when I saw hip hop in VA, and I said to him, I think it was Friday night.
We were with him on Friday and Saturday. So
yeah, no, but it was Friday night, and I said, "Why don't you come up to the room for some drinks?" And he goes, "You're not going to go face down in the room on me, are you?" And I was like, "You had to bring that up, didn't you?" I was like, "That was so embarrassing." He's like, "Of course I did." But we had at BlurredCon we were drinking. You can't see it in the video except for when Salacious B is on the floor, but those were Heinekens on the con floor, man. We had Heineken bottles on the con floor.
Wow.
It was so much fun because it's because that con is in a hotel and the convention is downstairs in the hotel. It's like a lower lobby area. So basically everything is in one place. You're staying in the same hotel that the convention's in. So they're very cool about what you can get away with. It was awesome. I'm excited for next year. I can't wait to go back. We actually applied to do 2 panels next year. One lightsaber building panel, and the other one is a cosplay for charity panel. So maybe we'll get to do some panels at the convention next year. Be fun. Awesome. Yeah. Well, give a quick tutorial to people on how to build lightsabers, and talk about our cosplay for charity work at the other panel, and how to get it started if you want to do it in your area, kind of thing.
Well, I haven't really done art shows, but I did a wine and cheese party one time for a hospital near me where my paintings helped sell to raise money for a bus for the hospital. So
nice.
So I like getting involved with things like that too.
Right. Well, the reason I like BlurredCon so much is because it's little. It's still got that. The thing that I don't like about the conventions in Los Angeles is they went from being like, and no joke, it was just a few years ago too, but it used to be like we would go to hang out with friends, and of course we'd be in costume, but we'd basically go to hang out with friends and eat dinner in costume and just basically spend your whole day hanging out with friends in costume, being nerds, and then the cons became popular and they got really expensive and they're not fun anymore. Now it's just an arm and a leg to do nothing.
That Celebration's just going to be another Disney shit show.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, you could not pay me to go to Celebration in Chicago. Even if I was happy with Disney, I don't think I would have gone to Celebration in Chicago.
Yeah, it's not far from me, but I'm not going.
Yeah, that one I wouldn't go to. That's not a location to have a Star Wars celebration. Sorry. I'm not I'm not really a fan of Chicago. Great deep dish pizza. Like Mike when he was there. That's about it for Chicago and me.
That's cool.
They have deep dish pizza that's very good too, Ron. Don't discount their deep dish pizza. Okay. Yeah, there's something about getting a pizza that looks like a pie that people who have never had it just don't understand. You know, there's a place out here, a place called Nancy's. I think it's out of Chicago because when they opened, they were teamed up with Mike Didka's sandwich place. And they were in Pasadena. They were called Nancy's, and we used to go there all the time to get deep dish pizza, and they closed down. The last time I went and I brought a pizza home, and I sent a photo to my friend, and he was like, "Why would you send me a photo of a lasagna?" And I was like, "Lasagna, dude, that's a pizza." And so I stepped back and I took a picture so he could see it was round, and he was like, "Now it looks like a quiche." Like, dude, it's a freaking deep dish pizza. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I love their deep dish. There's just when they layer it right, you know, and you got the toppings mixed in with the cheese mixed. So good. Sorry. I love that's the one thing I love about Chicago. But that's the thing. I was sleeping, Ron. I didn't even know you were going live. I wouldn't have known that you were doing Yoda Asks had you not messaged me. You know, I got up this morning and I put the video on for the stormtrooper thing, and then I was like, I watched a movie and ate something, and then I went back to sleep.
I was up at 5:32, man. I watched Mike's show last night. Then I got drunk, fell asleep in my chair, and then somehow I ended up at 5:30. Don't ask me how. But yeah, I'm still getting over this cold, man. I think I got a chest infection too.
Sebby says he can't hear you, Ron. That's what he said. He said, "Can't hear Ron, only Mike." I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
I'm waiting for him to say something because I just looked down at the chat and heard and saw "Can't hear Ron, only Mike."
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's not in the chat anymore. No, it's still 3. He's got to be in the chat. I don't know. I don't know how it sounded on your end, but last night Mara Jade kept breaking up and I couldn't hear everything that she said, but I didn't hear anybody say anything about it in the chat, so I just assumed it was good. I hear James, but no Ron. I see his icon. I
hear you, Ron.
I hear you too. That's weird.
How about now? You hear me now, Sebastian? Heck, I could have been saying all sorts of good stuff, and
right, and the one person listening wouldn't have heard.
Right.
Oh, he said, "Ouch!" Yes. Okay, he hears you.
The roasting of Captain Craigman is in order. Fun times had by all.
Yeah. So we only got one Dark Council this month, and we will and I will announce the topic in the pre-meeting because we will go back to actually having a topic.
We always have a topic.
No, we haven't the last couple. We've just kind of gone on because I did not have my crap together.
Yeah, well, we still always have a topic.
No, we didn't. We talked about whatever because
Exactly. We make our own damn topic.
Yeah, I understand, but I'm saying normally we have like we're gonna start talking about this.
Oh yeah, we broke the Mike's structure. His structure.
You broke the protocol.
Yeah, we broke the protocol and the structure of the Sith Order.
Right. So we got to get back to that. But I mean, it was my fault because I wasn't thinking about the show. I had other stuff going on. But
Did you watch Rebel Alliance the other night, Mike?
No, I didn't. I was asleep.
If you get a chance, check it out. We did this story time. You'll laugh your ass off, man.
That's what Stig said, but he said it was bad.
Well, it was bad because I wasn't prepared, man. But Stig kept leaving me, like each person does part of the story. And Stig kept leaving me like the one time he left me with a pile of shit on the floor. And it's like, okay, where do I go with this? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we just had a lot of fun. It was fun. So
yeah, he said it got X-rated. I said that doesn't surprise me on Craig's channel. It always goes there as it gets later.
There are no surprises.
No.
Hashtag Rebel Alliance After Dark.
So yeah, we will actually have a topic. I will actually have it, and we're only doing one show this month, so we gotta make it a good one, Ron.
It's only 8:15 there, and you're yawning after sleeping half the day. What the hell?
It's raining and ugly and cold outside, dude. I don't want to do anything.
You sound like Wizard of Oz. It's raining and cold.
That's better than snow, man.
Look, man, I'm just trying to make it through the week. Okay. That's my only goal, is to make it through the week.
I think I see Bonnie back in the chat.
Yes, Bonnie came back.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm back. It's freaking snowing.
Yeah.
Well, it does that once in a while.
I don't freaking want it. Yeah,
How's that song go? Can't always
get what you want.
Anyway, yeah, we went all the way out there, and he talked to his supervisor, and she told him he could come home if he wanted to. It was his decision. So we turned around and came back.
Cool.
Seb says Mike would die here. LOL. Everything's coated in ice.
Oh yeah, I would never. I'll just say right now, there's no way you could ever get me into the middle of the country in wintertime, and you would never, ever, ever get me anywhere near New York in wintertime. I did that one year. I had to be in. It was back when I was still doing air conditioning, and I had to be in Virginia Beach in Christmas. And it was like the worst winter that they had since like 18 something, and there was a terrible flu going around, and it was miserable, and I got sick, and I could not wait to get on a flight to get back. I could not wait. But the same thing in Reno, man. When the snow came in Reno, I was ready to leave. I was ready to leave.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some coffee.
Where's mine?
Probably in your kitchen.
No, because it wouldn't be made if it was in my kitchen. It would be unmade. I think someone to hand me a nice steaming cup of coffee.
You don't have one of them. You don't have one of them Keurigs, Mike?
No, I don't. I use I have a few different coffee makers. I have an espresso machine, and then I have a regular coffee pot. But usually, I just boil water and use the French press.
Well, I remember this one time there was this Turkish guy that made me this Turkish cappuccino, and I'll tell you something. That shit would that shit would raise the hair on Ron's back.
Well, yeah. Look, man, I'm married to a Cuban woman, and Cuban fucking coffee is strong as shit. Strong as shit. It's all in a little teeny tiny cup.
Yeah, I like mine cowboy style.
Yeah, I'm a big cup guy. So I have a big Darth Vader cup and a big Stormtrooper cup, and I just alternate. You know, one day I'll use Vader, the next day I use the Stormtrooper. But I like a big cup of coffee. I'm not like a little sip on a tiny cup of coffee kind of guy.
Yeah, I got some collectible cups. I think I got like Empire Strikes Back and a couple different coffee cups, but they're like in the package still, you know.
I'm not to not interrupt you, but Ron, I'm pretty sure that Sebastian was in Minnesota. You hear me, Ron? Ron?
I think he's still getting coffee.
Oh.
Yeah, they get more snow up there than I do here.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's where he said he was from.
He said WV, top of mountains, far away from annoying people.
Oh, West Virginia.
Yep.
I drove through West Virginia. West Virginia is very pretty, but it was a long drive downhill. Oh no,
Well,
you know who I'm thinking of is Mazarus is from Minnesota. That's who said that to me.
I sent pictures to my mom and to my daughter, and my daughter's like, "Welcome to my world." I'm like, "Take it back." She sent me 2 faces with crying smiley faces and a tongue stuck out, and then she sent me Baloo dancing. And I'm like, "Take it. I don't want it. Very funny. I don't want it. I left New York to get away from it. I don't want it here."
Yeah, well, it looks like it's going to be a cold winter because it's cold out here.
Yeah, we're under a winter weather advisory until 12 o'clock Monday afternoon. So I told my husband when we were at work, and I told a supervisor, if it looks like it's going to be bad tomorrow, my ass ain't driving out here tomorrow. I will just call him in. I took a chance tonight. Nope.
What's scary down there is the temperatures don't get that cold, so instead of the snow, you're getting the freezing rain, and that freezing rain. Last year, I had a Honda, and there was a patch of freezing rain. I took a guy up to a coworker up to the store to get a coffee, you know, and I'm coming back, and I hit a patch of ice, and I'm pulling into my work, and I hit this island and I jumped over it because I couldn't stop. And then the car landed on these rocks. It started smoking. We got out of the car. We're slipping, trying to walk because it's a sheet of ice. And then I turn around and luckily we got out of the car because this newer Charger just totaled my car, and that's what paid for my Buick. So. But at least we got out okay. But yeah, that freezing rain and that ice, that ain't nothing to mess with. I don't care if you got a 4-wheel drive, you ain't stopping.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, you know when it was funny too because one of the points that stuck out in the trip to me was when we were coming through West Virginia. And we were way up and we were on all those bridges. And it was really pretty. But then it was like, as we started to go downhill, it just rained the whole way down. So we couldn't see any of it. It was just driving rain. And we were driving downhill for, how long did we drive downhill through West Virginia, hon? It was like hours. It was a crazy trip. West Virginia was like I said, it was pretty when we were up there, but then coming down, it rained the whole way down. Couldn't see any of it.
Myrtle Beach used to always be my favorite vacation spot, and I'd always have to drive through West Virginia, and that's a trip driving through the mountains, man.
It is.
Especially if they got construction going on, you're screwed. You're down to one lane,
Yeah. Yeah, it was just being from Cali, and I've never really lived anywhere. I mean, I've lived in Reno, but I've lived in Vegas, but I've never really lived anywhere else. So being from Cali, being anywhere where you're like up high on little tight roads is odd. Driving across suspension bridges where the drop is just insane. It was a nice experience, but like I said, it's just the rain coming down that hill for hours was wow. I'm surprised there weren't a ton of wrecks.
Nice hot cup of coffee is where it's at.
I don't have a hot cup of coffee, Ron.
I do, and it tastes great.
It's about damn time, Ron. I thought you went on a beer run, man.
I made it back in 10 minutes, not 20.
Well, if I could get my damn dog to do it for me, I would, but he's just chilling right now, so.
You need to get one of those old. You need to get one of those old refrigerators that had like the, how you pulled the handle out to release it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
You need to get one of those old type of refrigerators. Tie a rope around the pull-out handle. Teach your dog to grab the rope, pull the handle out, grab a beer off the shelf, kick the thing closed with his tail, and bring you the beer.
I think I got an idea now.
But I'm just saying, you could buy one of those old pull-out handle fridges and just have it in the kitchen.
He probably already has one.
He may. So that would be perfect, right? Then you'd be like, okay, dog, go get me a beer, buddy.
Bonnie's typing again.
Yep.
Bonnie's always typing. She also finished her Hooked on Phonics course.
Yeah, of course. Except for I haven't started it yet.
Well, you got a damn.
You're never gonna live down Creag, Bonnie.
Nope, sure ain't. You should have been at the one show we did, because it wasn't just the spelling. I couldn't read a word, so now it's I need Hooked on Phonics so I can learn how to read and spell.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah,
that's funny.
Yep.
I just, like I said, the Creag thing, I didn't even catch that until DJD brought it up. But
the bad thing is, neither did I.
That was just funny.
Well, I was thinking about making a Captain Craig Man comic, but then I thought, you know what? Craig's been through enough. He doesn't need, a comic made about him.
Sure he does.
I think
he probably thinks it was funny.
He's got enough going on.
I think he should resemble Captain Caveman in the comic book.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking of, But
if you think about it, Craig kind of looks like that without the extra hair. Those Geico caveman commercials, guys. You can make a caveman out of him real easy.
That's funny.
I would have to get his approval before doing something like that. He's been through enough,
Right. Have a good one, Seb.
Hey, Seb, thanks for being one viewer. Our one viewer.
Did everybody else leave?
Yeah.
Everyone's been gone for a long time.
Because I'm showing 3 people, so that's why I was asking.
It's Ron, me, and Seb.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And Seb's leaving, so that'll just be me and Mike.
Well, no, I'm going to leave too, because if there's no one in the chat, I'm going to play the game.
Play the game.
Well, because I'm just saying, because I think I still have a battle I need to do in the game.
Oh, I haven't done anything today on the game.
Oh, that's not good, Ron.
Well, I'm getting internet on the 11th, so then I can download the game and play it with you guys.
Oh, nice, nice.
So
You won't have fun in the beginning, Bonnie, because you'll be like Ron, who's all.
You're going to be a pissant that can't do shit.
You can't do anything. Yeah. You
So
got to
is
get up
that-
to level 65 before you can do events.
You might as well not even join the guild until later on because it doesn't do.
No, that's not true because you get bonuses for being in the guild that you don't get when you're by yourself.
So is that kind of like the Knights of the Old Republic game, Mike?
It's not, but it has characters from it.
So I'm just wondering if it's kind of like a D&D type game where you.
It's a 5-on-5 or 6-on-6 fighting game where you get a team, you pick your characters, you build your characters up, and you fight against computer generated teams, and then you fight against other player teams. You compete for points, and there's guild events, so you have wars that you can fight in. And then
I remember one game they were selling figures for or something. I don't, in the stores.
Yeah, this is not anything like that. All it is it's a Star Wars game. It's the only Star Wars game under Disney that has EU characters.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, we got one viewer, so
it's you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop the broadcast, but we can continue to talk.
Okay, cool.
All right. So everybody, but Bonnie, put out one more time. Put the links out in the bottom here for the GoFundMe and all that for your daughter.
Okay, we'll do.
So we have it at the bottom of the chat.
Yes, she needs a warm place to stay. I mean, we got winter here, and yeah, my heart goes out to her. That's the toughest time of the year is winter, to be out of a place to live. So
yeah,
it sucks.
Yeah, it does, and I can't stand her landlord. He's such a jerk.
That's most New Yorkers. I hate to tell you.
Yep, that's what we said earlier.
Yep.
All right. Well, great. We got the links in there. We'll leave them there, and we'll stop the broadcast now.
Okay.